everybody. My name is Megan Heathcott out here on the West Coast Relay for Carry the Load. Right now, we are actually at the National Cemetery here in Arizona. Let me show you this beautiful, heartbreakingly beautiful rows of heroes here that we are paying our respects here shortly at 9:30 with our next walking leg of the day. But what I'd like to do now is welcome you to our Phoenix virtual rally. You've also seen Miss Debbie Lee next to me. She'll be speaking with us later this rally, so please stay tuned. But this virtual rally, we are here with JPMorgan Chase. We are now past the halfway point on our march to Memorial Day. Thank you for your continued support toward the Carry the Load mission. Let's get our Phoenix rally underway. Please welcome Mary Grace Lim with JPMorgan Chase to perform our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Mary, for another powerful performance. Next, would you please welcome Brent Yap, Executive Director with JPMorgan Chase, to tell us more about their hard work and dedication towards our America's heroes.
Thank you, Megan, and good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining on this wonderful Sunday. So as mentioned, my name is Brent Yap, and on behalf of JPMorgan Chase's Arizona chapter of Voices of Employees that Serve, I am honored to help kick us off here in our 7th year of partnering with Carry the Load. So as a firm, JPMorgan Chase does so much for our military and veteran community. From the fact that we've hired over 16,000 military and service members in the last 10 years to our strategic partnerships in being able to educate our veterans and military service members and provide career training, and of course, supporting our small businesses that are veteran owned. Then there's the Voices of Employees that Served Business Resource Group. Now, I could read our mission statement, but I'll sum it up by saying this. It really just reignites the camaraderie that so many miss post-service. But it doesn't just include that camaraderie amongst military, former, and active members. It really expands it to any individual, anyone that really wants to play an active role in supporting our military and veteran community. And this is through various community outreach programs, networking events, and just overall shedding the light on the benefits and the contributions that military and other service members make to our company and really our community. So now the reason we're here. Memorial Day to a lot of people represents sales and discounts and extended weekend. But we all know that it's not about what it represents, but rather who it represents. Those men and women that swore to an oath, later making the ultimate sacrifice. These selfless individuals, they're remembered daily by their loved ones, but at least annually we get together and really band together in solidarity to honor all of them. And through organizations like Carry the Load, we're reminded that whether the oath was taken for country or community, our nation's heroes should never be forgotten. So the question, who am I carrying? Or rather, who do I carry every day? Private First Class Bales, Staff Sergeant Konstantinovich, 2 Marines from the unit I deployed with in the war on global terrorism, that as a result are no longer here today. And so who are you carrying? While their memories live on, let's also allow their strength to make us stronger as people, as individuals, as patriots, as a community, and as a country. And with that, let's go ahead and kick off this rally and start it out here in Phoenix. And I'll turn it back over to you, Megan.
Thank you, Brent, for all you do for the Carry the Load mission. Next, please welcome Army Combat Veteran Glen, U.S. Military Academy graduate and Carry the Load ambassador. Glen.
Well, it'd help if I unmute things a little bit. Thank you, Megan. Hey, it was hard to follow you, Brent. You said everything I was going to say already, but I will give it my best bet, best try here. So, Carry Load, obviously this virtual situation we're in right now is a little bit different. Normally, I think Megan would be surrounded by a lot of folks, including a lot of people from Chase Bank being out there to support her during these kickoffs like that. So thank you for bearing with us through all this challenging times, but know that the physical relay is still going on. The physical event's still going to happen here in Dallas, Texas, where I'm currently located right now. So 10 years has been a long time. I got involved with Carry the Load about 9 years ago when a Marine buddy of mine told me about this event that was going to happen downtown. He said, yeah, these 2 Navy SEALs got together and they're going to march around the lake for 24 hours and they're going to carry rucks. And being a former Army guy, ruck marches and fun just don't really seem to kind of pair up very much. So I didn't understand what they were going on. It's a long weekend, but after the event had happened and I saw some footage of it on the news and got to go back to the website and actually see why they were doing this, that's when it connected. That's when it really clicked. Clint and Steven, they were frustrated, and you'll hear them say that it was born out of frustration, that it felt like we as a nation had somehow forgotten. And we didn't really have a meaningful way to celebrate. There were parades and there were moments of silence, but it didn't feel like we had that connection. So I shared that frustration. And the next year I committed myself to go out and do the march here in Dallas, Texas. And I've been doing it ever since. Being a recent deployed back from Iraq, we had lost folks there. And throughout my career in the military and after the military, I have lost friends and family in combat. So it really definitely connects with me. And JPMorgan Chase, they did a great job about a few years back. They helped produce a film actually called Connections. And I don't want to give the whole background, but let me give the Cliff Note version. Basically, someone took a picture of my backpack and they posted it. And if you're a JPMorgan Chase person, you'll see it on all their ATMs. And that backpack was on there. And the mother of one of the individuals who were
Sorry about that, Glen. Can you hear me now? I sure hope so. Hopefully we'll be able to continue to hear your story on that. We do appreciate your service and your work with Carry the Load, including which, if you haven't already checked out the trailer for We Are the Memory Keepers, featuring Glen himself, you can see it across all of Carry the Load social platforms, and also come out to the Dallas Memorial March on Sunday, May 30th to see the full movie. We are also proud to partner with incredible nonprofit partners who do incredible work, important work. Hi, Glen. I think you're muted, but we'd love to hear the rest of what you had to say.
Wow, talk about technical difficulties. Sorry about that. Hopefully I'll get in focus sometime soon here. Megan, great job filling in for me. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. So back to the movie. And if you haven't got a chance to check it out, go out and check it out for Connections. It's a really good movie. Let me give you a little teaser. There's actually a part 2. The story continues on. So on Memorial Day, we'll go ahead and show the rest of that, how that connection was made. So it's a really important movie. I don't want to go too much. I think I'm overrunning on time here for the most part. But I want to say that Carry the Load is something that allows us the opportunity to come together. All of us are allowed to make that connection when we get out there and we walk. either on the relay or actually the event, if you're able to come down here to Dallas, Texas, and actually walk along the Katy Trail with us, and you share those stories. And I think it's very important that we never forget that. And in the case of the memory makers, we're the ones who carry the memories of those individuals on forever. And we should never forget individuals who were able to lay down their lives for us and carry the load. And we all come together and we share those stories for a little bit. That emotional load that we're carrying is lightened because we're sharing that load a little bit. And I encourage everyone to participate, whether it's at home walking, whether it's on social media or physically walking in person. Get out there and make those connections. Talk to those individuals. Talk to those Gold Star families that Memorial Day is not just a day for them. Every day is Memorial Day for a Gold Star family where someone was lost, someone in the line of duty. So continue to make those connections. And thank you for suffering through my technical difficulties.
No suffering here, Glenn. We're just happy to know that we can reach you virtually as well as in person later this month. We appreciate everything that you do and continue to do with us. We are also proud to partner, as I mentioned, with incredible nonprofit partners who do important work for our nation's heroes. Joining us from America's Mighty Warriors, please welcome Debbie Lee, mother to American warrior and fallen Navy SEAL Mark Lee. Debbie.
Thank you so much. It's an honor to be here with Carry the Load in my hometown in Arizona. We joined last week, 3 days in Santa Barbara, LA, and San Diego, and did the little challenging march up from the ocean up to Fort Rosecrans, where my son is buried. 6-hour march with most of it uphill. And there were moments where I was like, whew, okay, this is tough. But I think of the sacrifice that my son made as we got up there to the top of the hill and we visited his grave, and the team was surrounded there. And because of COVID, it's probably been 1.5 years since I've been over there. And it's not always super emotional when I get there, but it was more emotional that day. And as a Gold Star mother, it is so bizarre to see your child's name on a headstone or on a memorial wall or in a movie or books written about him. But when we have heroes who did what Mark did, their stories need to be told. We need to know. People need to understand that dear sacrifice that is paid for the freedoms that so many people take for granted every single day. And I was so excited when Clint started Carry the Load, and I was in on his mission from day one as an individual. I've been a participant for 10 years, but as a foundation, America's Mighty Warriors has joined the last 4 years. And to know that there's another organization that understands, I have been on a mission for almost 15 years to try to educate people what that real meaning of Memorial Day really is. As most people, it's a 3-day weekend. We see, and it just is like a knife in my heart when I see someone else say, celebrate Memorial Day or happy Memorial Day. I'm like, are you kidding? The meaning is to honor and remember. We must never, never, never forget that blood that has been shed in the fields of combat for you and for me and for everyone. And as you can imagine, when I got the news that Mark had been killed, most devastating day of my life. I've been a widow for 27 years. I'd walk through the death of a loved one before me, but man, nothing compares to the loss of a child. And I didn't have any choice. I could have refused to answer the door. I could have stuck my fingers in my ears, but that wouldn't have changed the fact that Mark had given his life in combat. And I could have curled up in a ball. I could have felt sorry for myself. I get that. There is no deeper pain. I understand when people do that. But that would only make me sick. That stress would, debilitate my body. Nobody'd think I want to be around me, and that's not how God wired me. So my choice was to put on Mark's boots and pick up his weapon and stay in the fight. And I didn't want another Gold Star family member to go through that alone without support. I knew I couldn't do anything for myself being there without that support. Mark's teammates were my support. They were still all deployed. It wasn't until they got back home, that we had more of that support with us. But I am so blessed by those Mark's teammates that are my boys now. Chris Kyle was one of those, Jocko Willink, Leif Babin. We've got amazing Johnny Kim, who's getting ready, to go to the moon or Mars. I don't remember which one it is, but that's that team that has surrounded me to help carry that load. As you said before, that when we have someone carrying it with us, whether you're a teammate, whether you're a family member, whatever your relationship was that fallen, it means so much. And so the first year I got to carry the load and I walked in that field and I saw all those flags, a flag representing each one of our casualties at that point. I was like, wow, how cool is that? Someone else really, really gets it. And unfortunately, we've added to those flags through the years, but we want to make sure that we never forget another Gold Star family whose loved one gave it all, fighting and defending for us. And so it's been my honor to be able to partner with Carry the Load as we complete this mission, as we educate as many people as we can as to what the real meaning of Memorial Day is. And so I would just encourage you over Memorial Day. I know Mark would not want everybody going around with somber faces for 3 days. That's not what we're asking you to do. But we are asking that on Memorial Day, take the time, whether you're out boating, at a picnic, barbecuing, take the time to stop and remember. Educate people that are there. When I was a child, we would go visit my grandmother's grave. I had twin sisters who died shortly after childbirth. We'd go to their grave. They didn't even serve in the military, let alone give their life in the fields of combat. I didn't know. And so I think it's important for us to educate people what that real meaning is. This is not a time of the year. I love our military. And anybody around me knows that I will thank you and give you a hug because I do know it pays that price for my freedom. But Memorial Day is not the day to give discounts to our troops. It's not the day to, honor and thank them corporately. This is the day we honor and remember those who fell. And we need to make sure we're educating people. If you know Gold Star family, go get them. See if they want to go to their loved one's grave if it's nearby. Take them to lunch. Ask them, tell me about your son or your daughter or your loved one. Tell me who they were, what they like, and give them the opportunity to keep those memories alive. And so it has been my honor to be, again, another one of the nonprofit partners this year with Carry the Load. I am so grateful for all the sponsors. So grateful for Carry the Load and the dedication they have. It was, tragic last year that we weren't able to do anything. This year we have 75 Gold Star family members. We do a retreat every year on Memorial Day for our Gold Star families in East Texas. So this year we've coordinated, we're bringing them in 2 days early so they can participate in the Carry the Load March and know that there are others surrounding them who will help carry their load. So thank you, Carry the Load.
Debbie, thank you. I mean, sitting here next to you, hearing your story is something I'll never get tired of. And I'm glad that we get to have you back year after year. And we're out here now about to do this leg here at 9:30 Pacific time. And in addition to yourself, I believe there were 6 other Gold Star moms that are going to be walking with us here.
We've got another Gold Star mother and father that are here that will actually be at Carry the Load in Texas. They're one that are joining our retreat. And then one of the Gold Star mothers chapters came out. And so we've got a group and several of them, their sons or daughters are buried right here.
So we're very grateful to have this in-person participation and support, but we also appreciate you taking the time to join our Phoenix virtual rally and see what we're doing and keeping our mission alive and pushing through until we get back to Memorial Weekend, back with you in Dallas or wherever you are watching us and supporting us from. We really do appreciate it. We couldn't do it without you. Please, if you'd like to come out and participate with us in person, we definitely encourage that as well. You can go to carrytheload.org/register and join us, whether it's our West Coast relay out here, on our East Coast, Midwest, or our Mountain State routes. We're happy to have you anywhere, everywhere. Carry Anywhere is also a fantastic way that we're able to get you with your family, your loved ones, and your community out and carrying our fallen heroes. As always, please have an answer to this question. Who are you carrying?